of you? How have all of you been? I hope all of you are still keeping on strong, healthy, and safe. Now, today my topic is on lean. What is a lean leader? In the last 4 months, I have been, sending my people, my staff to be trained, under this program, Lean Six Sigma. So, and ever since, then I have been doing a bit of research, in terms of lean, especially, the topic of lean leader. Now, based on a study, 46% of all improvement initiatives fail due to the lack of leadership. Taken with other evidence, clearly more work needs to be, to develop lean leaders. But what is a lean leader? What makes a lean leader different from a normal leader? What is required, to be considered a lean leader? So we will explore a little bit on this lean leadership, which I think is critical and often, a very, very neglected element in our business management and improvement. So allow me to share with you some of my perspective on lean leadership. Basically, I will share with you the 6 traits of a lean leader. Right, the list is not exhaustive, but at least I think these are a few traits that is important. Number 1, lifelong learning. You see, lean is a journey. All right, it is never a quick fix or a program. So far from being a mere operational tactic. So lean should be an integral part of the overall business strategy. Only after identifying, your true north and a strong sense of purpose can an organization understand how you can apply lean to enhance performance through the increase of value. All of this basically requires long-term thinking, patience, and a sustainability mindset. Another key leadership behavior that is related to this trait, right, is actually the ability to perform hansei. Right, hansei in Japanese, basically it is reflection. Right, it is often referred to what we call critical self-reflection. Only when we deeply reflect on our mistakes and the opportunities, then can we attempt to move forward in our journey towards perfection. Trait number 2, it is continuous chase of perfection. See the trait, in terms of chasing perfection, right? It is actually very, very Kaizen in thinking, right? Kaizen, it is this Japanese term called Kaizen thinking. So the absolute embracement of continuous improvement and the utter rejection of the status quo. All right, and the lean leader basically believes that good enough is never enough. So good enough is never enough. Burning inside the heart and soul of every lean leader lies a fundamental belief that everything can be made better and that we can constantly strive, to achieve perfection, and knowing full well that pure perfection can never actually be obtained. So a key leadership behavior, all right, to enable this trait is to have an insane level of curiosity. Always hear the word curiosity. In order to improve, you must be curious about the possibilities, the alternatives, as well as embrace the concept of learning, not knowing. The lean leader constantly strives to improve themselves and thus their organization, and never think that they know everything. Very, very important trait. The next one, right, which the trait number 3, it is intense customer focus. Right, we always hear this customer focus, but in lean, the customer is the beginning and the end of everything. without an intense focus on customer and an understanding of what they value, a leader will not know where to focus their improvement efforts. And it may actually end up inadvertently carving out value for the organization. So a key leadership behavior to support this trait is actually the ability to create a problem-solving culture where you have an environment where problems, that are readily surfaced. I mean, Toyota have this saying, where they say, no problem is a problem. If you have no problem, then you have a problem. See, so and subsequently solved by the teams closest to where the work is being performed. So without a near fanatical, I'm not saying fanatical, but near fanatical priority on customer value, the customer journey and a problem-solving culture, it will nearly impossible to meet or to exceed the customer's expectation. Trait number 4, simplicity. I love this. The team, or rather the lean leader, needs to possess a daily mantra of simplify and to develop an eye on what? Finding waste. We've got so many kinds, so much waste every day. So learning to see the non-valuable activities is actually a skill that leaders can and must develop in order to cultivate a lean culture. So an accompanying leadership behavior is what? Living modestly. How can a leader be a lean leader if they personally engage in wasteful endeavors, wasteful attitude, wasteful behaviors? So we need to lead by example, lean style, right? Trait number 5, you need to live the Gemba way. Now, Gemba, the word Gemba is another Japanese word, which means workplace, or in practical use, where value is created. Leaders need to spend less time in the office or in the conference room and more time at the real touch point, impacting the customer and the employees. Only then will they truly understand the real situation so that they can take effective actions to what? To improve performance. So when the boss or when the leader only show up during a crisis, how willing will the employees be to openly communicate the real situation? Lean leaders provide continually coaching at the Gemba, at the workplace, versus giving orders from the office or from his chair, fully exhibiting the critical behavior of what? Active questioning and listening to constantly develop and to challenge the minds of the people. Number 6, which is the last trait, genuine, honest, and respectful. Now, could Confucius have been Confucius without being genuine in his words or honest in his deeds and respectful to all those around him? These are the traits of any great leaders, but they are particularly relevant to the lean leader as well. Since the main role of the lean leader is to be a coach and a people developer, they must inherently what? Lead by example. Leading by example is not possible without being genuine and acting with what? High integrity. So in summary, these 6 traits are, as I've said, they are not exhaustive, but it's just some of the behaviors that I think is important, that is associated to with lean leadership. So it is very important to cultivate these leadership expectations by what? Institutionalizing them in the company culture for your leaders' development. But very, very importantly, leaders must build a lean culture by themselves, adhering to the principles of lean leadership on a daily basis, right? Daily basis, in the hope of generating repeatable behaviors in the organization, and all this will result in a high level of performance. Once again, I'm Philip Leong. I'm doing what I am doing for the very fact that leadership matters because people matter, right? Stay safe, stay healthy, and be a blessing to all the people around you. And I hope it is not too late to wish all my Muslim followers and Muslim friends and acquaintances Selamat Hari Raya, Maaf Zahir dan Batin. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.